Imagine fighting a war where winning a single battle could depend on cracking a few lines of encrypted text, no tanks, no bombs, just minds racing against time. During World War II, while soldiers fought on land, sea, and air, a silent war was being waged in locked rooms filled with wires, paper, and the relentless ticking of machines. This was the hidden battle of the Enigma code breakers, men and women, whose work helped change the course of history, yet whose names remain secret for decades. At the heart of this mystery was the Enigma machine, a complex encryption device used by Nazi Germany to protect military communications. To the Germans, Enigma was unbreakable. Each message was scrambled through rotating wheels that changed the encryption daily, creating more possible combinations than there are atoms in the universe. German commanders confidently sent orders across Europe, believing their secrets were safe. They had no idea that, on the other side, Allied cryptographers were slowly pulling those secrets apart. The first major breakthrough didn't come from Britain, as many believe, but from Poland. In the early 1930s, Polish mathematicians began studying Enigma, treating it not as a language puzzle, but as a mathematical problem. Using logic, patterns, and sheer brilliance, they managed to reconstruct the machine and decode early versions of German messages. As the threat of war grew, these Polish code breakers secretly shared their discoveries with British intelligence and act that would prove vital to the Allied victory. When war erupted, Britain established a top-secret code-breaking center at Bletchley Park, a quiet countryside estate that quickly became the brain of Allied intelligence. Thousands of linguists, mathematicians, engineers, chess champions, and puzzle solvers were recruited. Among them was a young mathematician named Alan Turing, whose ideas would redefine modern computing. Turing realized that breaking Enigma by hand was impossible at scale. The only solution was to build machines that could think faster than humans. This led to the creation of the bomb, an electromechanical device designed to test thousands of Enigma settings every minute. It didn't simply guess, it eliminated impossible combinations using logic, narrowing the search until the correct key emerged. When it worked, it was like opening a window into the enemy's mind. Suddenly, Allied commanders could read German naval orders, troop movements, and supply routes often before the intended recipients did. One of the most critical victories of code breaking happened in the Battle of the Atlantic. German U-boats were sinking, Allied supply ships at an alarming rate, threatening to starve Britain into surrender. Once Enigma messages were cracked, the Allies could reroute convoys away from danger and hunt submarines with deadly precision. It is estimated that Enigma intelligence shortened the war by at least 2 years and saved millions of lives. But the success of the code breakers came with a terrible burden. The Allies couldn't act on every decoded message. Doing so would alert Germany that Enigma had been compromised. This meant allowing some attacks to happen, sacrifices made in silence for a greater strategic advantage. The people at Bletchley Park lived with this knowledge, unable to tell even their families what they were doing or why their work mattered. As the war progressed, Germany introduced more complex encryption, forcing cryptographers into a constant race against time. New machines, faster methods, and sharper minds were required. This pressure led to the development of Colossus, the world's first programmable electronic computer built to crack advanced German ciphers. Colossus marked the dawn of the digital age, decades before personal computers entered everyday life. When the war ended, the story of Enigma and its breakers didn't. Instead, it was locked away. Everything remained classified. Many code breakers returned to ordinary lives, their achievements unrecognized. Alan Turing, whose work helped save countless lives, was persecuted by his own government and died tragically young. It wasn't until the 1970s that the full story of Bletchley Park was finally revealed to the public. Today, the legacy of the Enigma code breakers surrounds us. Every secure message, every encrypted transaction, and every modern computer owes something to their work. They proved that information is power, that intelligence can be as decisive as any weapon, and that quiet minds working in shadows can change the fate of the world. If you found this hidden chapter of history fascinating, Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more untold stories that shaped our world, because some of the most powerful battles in history were never fought on the battlefield. They were fought in silence, one code at a time.